I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, last month I was told that we needed to start with public comment at the beginning of our agenda. So we will do that first thing. So we're going to start with public comment, if there's any public comment. And there's not, so we can move on down. All right, it looks like there's some corrections and additions to the agenda, which everybody should have on their computer. But we're gonna add 3.2, high school personnel report revisions. 4.1, report or request approval of the revised pay rate increase revisions. And item 6, high school division update attachment has been added. So can I get a motion for the corrections and additions to the agenda?
I'll move that we approve the agenda as amended.
I'll second. All right, any questions? All right, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. Approval of the consent agenda items. We have the 3.1 financial report and claims, 3.2 personnel recommendations, minutes for approval, and the donations. Anybody have any questions or comments before we get a motion? All right, if not, can I get a motion for approval of the consent agenda?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second the motion.
All right, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion passes. All right, items of action.
4.1 is actually a correction. In July, we had submitted the request for pay rate increases for non-certified employees. There was the facilities advisor salary was put in incorrectly. It was at $65,000. It needs to be $55,000. And so we're asking to approve the corrected or revised version of the non-certified salary worksheet. Okay, and then we added Mark Havens, who is our candidate for the facilities director for Central 9.
And we still have a facilities specialist.
We do. So the end of the day, we're going to have a facilities director and a facilities specialist.
Okay.
But for the moment, through the transition, we still have John Showalter as our facilities advisor to help with his extensive knowledge of the whole campus. It will help the candidate for facilities director learn the campus and learn all the ins and outs to take over.
How long do we anticipate that transition to be?
When
Or
we
Dolores has enough to know?
we have, the request was up to a year from April.
The board
So-
approved a
Yeah.
contract.
So it may not need to be that long, but it is up to that length of time. He comes in once or twice a week and then is available on call for any kind of calls, emails, requests, help, support, that kind of thing.
Okay. I'll move that we accept the pay rate increases for the non-certified staff.
Second.
All right, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion passes.
So my director's comments, basically, I just want to give you an update on our diesel program. As you were made aware, we had a diesel candidate who was here in the summer getting trained with our new teachers, and he had resigned right before school started. And then we had another candidate who we offered the position to. That person ended up not accepting the job, and we were scrambling to try to get the position filled, and we were also at a point where you go too far into the school year, and the teachers have gone so far into their curriculum that it's really hard to get the kids caught up in a different program. So we had to make that tough decision. We canceled diesel technology for this school year. However, we started out with 44 students. 13 of those students are second-year students. 10 of those students of the second years have an internship here on campus related to auto or diesel, and they will be working at their internship site and then working with us 1 day a week, getting some online diesel curriculum on that 1 day a week. There were some second-year students who elected to go back to their home high school. And then the first-year students, they ended up, we had, of the 44 original students, 33 are placed somewhere in our school. So we had a number of students end up in auto service, auto collision. 1 went to construction trades, 3 went to fire and rescue. We had 3 go to HVAC, 2 went to IT operations, 4 to landscaping, and 1 went to welding. So we were able to help get them placed somewhere in the school. It wasn't their fault that this happened, but we were really pleased the work that Melanie Carpenter did to help get the kids somewhere. And it wasn't just to put them there. She really did talk to them about what are your interests, what would you be interested in doing, not here's an opening, go there, because that doesn't work for anyone when the student's not where they want to be. So I walked the students down to HVAC, and they were actually really excited to be going down there. So I do think we did the best we could, and it's unfortunate. We will have someone lined up for next year. And the juniors this year, if they want to take diesel next year, they could take a year of it next year. They just wouldn't be able to take 2 years. So we're trying to make it the best we can from the situation. Like I said before the meeting started, about 8 years ago when I first started, we had an early childhood position that we could not fill. The same thing happened, so we had to cancel the program for a year, and then now that next year we ended up being able to hire who ends up being one of our best teachers. So hopefully we can get that kind of result for diesel.
Did any of the kids opt into the welding, or were there positions there?
There was one welding spot that opened up, because that's one of those hardest program to get into.
Yeah.
So one kid did get into welding.
Okay, good, good.
Any other questions? That's really the big news. Some positive out of a negative situation. So we'll work really hard to make sure we get that fixed for next year. Beyond that, tonight is our Meet the Instructor night up until 7 p.m. And then no school on September 7th, Labor Day, and then our next governing board meeting is in September 10th.
All right, high school division update.
Okay, well, we are fully staffed. We would like to have had diesel, but we don't. So as of right now, we're fully staffed. I won't go into the diesel services program update. You guys know what's going on there. We could get, especially our second years, into programs or in a diesel internship to finish out their pathway. We're having our tour committee reconvene this month to continue planning our prospective student tour day, which is scheduled for November 13th here at Central 9. It's an e-learning day for our students, so we're inviting your younger students in to come in and find 3 classes they'd like to learn more about and actually run through a schedule of those 3 classes in a 90-minute session. For our own professional learning with our staff, This month, we're focusing on our new teacher professional growth and evaluation model. Yesterday, we broke down all the different parts with our staff and really emphasized that professional growth goal, where teachers are required to submit at least one as part of the program. Focus on a goal that can really expand and innovate what they do. Evaluators, Mr. Prada and myself, will begin scheduling those pre-conferences with teachers this month. Student services update. We finished with schedule shuffles and everything is finalized at this point. No further changes will be made at this time. And recruitment for the governor's work ethic certification is happening now through the end of the month. The program officially begins September 1 and concludes April 30th. As I already mentioned, Mr. Prada and I will begin scheduling pre-conferences with teachers in the next week or so. Any questions?
And then- Oh, no, go right
On
ahead.
your tours, like how young do you start, like, where do you want these kids to come walk through?
We do freshmen and sophomores
Okay.
for this particular event, but then we do some middle school activities throughout the year. We have what's called the C9 Camp, SEE,
Oh, yeah.
where they come in for a few days during the week and actually work with mentors in the program. And then first week of summer, we do Night Innovations, where they pick a program and go through activities with them.
And then on your evaluations, you're starting your new process, correct, this year?
Yes, we are.
So can you just kind of put in your brain to give us an update maybe at the midway point of the year, just kind of how that's going, how you think, you know, how you feel like if there's any tweaks or
Yeah,
just how you think it's going?
I will go through.
That'd be great. I'm sure it'll be stellar.
I hope so.
All right, anything else for Mike?
Thank you.
All right, we are
Thank you.
cruising. Let's hear it for adult ed.
Yeah.
Mhm.
First thing up is our personnel report. Camden's actually a graduate of Clark Pleasant.
All right, can we get a motion for a new hire for a security technology staff?
I'll
I'll make
move
that.
to,
You go right ahead.
sorry, I'll move to approve the personnel report for adult ed.
And I'll
Sorry,
second.
Sheila.
All right, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, hitting that background check, you're good to go.
Thank you. He'll be excited. The next thing up is another transfer that Paul has done. We could, so anyway, he's already done this. I think I sent that in the Friday notes. But this is for you. We could possibly have one more. We're paying final invoices tonight. Well, not tonight, but tomorrow after this board meeting. So we could have a few more funds to move around to make everything not really come to zero, but what we have to give back or have we overspent out of one fund, it may have to go to another fund before we do our closeouts with DWD. So.
This is all like from last year.
Yes, this is all last year money, sorry, yeah. And we're, like I said, we have some more invoices that are coming out of tonight, so, that we're paying with last year's money.
Can I get a motion to approve the expenditures moved from the funds to other funds?
Yeah.
I'll second.
All right, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, motion passes.
Thank you. And like I said, we could have one more of those after this, so in the September board. Next up is, so I'm asking, I believe I sent this in your Friday notes too. I'm asking for a pay increase for our staff. We've worked really hard. We haven't had pay increases in a couple years. We did do a stipend 2 years ago, but we didn't do anything last year for our for our staff and instructors. They work really hard. And at the end of the meeting, it's kind of out of order, but you're gonna see that we finally achieved the Program of Excellence with DWD, so I thought, what better way to top it off is to reward them with their hard work. So, Paul has figured this works with the budget that he's working on with me right now for this year's budget. So we'll be very comfortable with it. We could probably still add one more new class if we need to, even with the raises, so I'd appreciate your consideration.
So what was the percentage raise that the instructors received here?
The instructors haven't received a raise at this point. It would be the
From
non.
last year, sorry.
Oh, here from last year?
Was it
that 3%?
2.5?
2.6,
Two point-
2.5,
Yeah.
Two over two.
a little over
Okay.
2,
Yeah,
2.5, 2.6.
And we have in the budget this year 2%.
Right.
And that's what we did the non-service at.
so, I mean, if we're having a discussion, that would be my only, kind of discussion or consideration is that, and especially for all of our partnering schools too, if we're presenting this back to them, is that a 5% raise is much higher than I think anything that our Franklin Township's, teachers are getting. It's much higher than anybody's gotten here in the last couple of years. I don't know if anybody else would have that as a consideration or not.
When was the last year that you had the,
2 years ago,
23, 20,
yep, 20,
24, 23, 24?
23, 24.
and is, just being naive to the process here, is it only after you receive the budget that you consider this sort of thing, or is there like,
Correct.
there's no like collective bargaining?
No.
Anything, okay. So, I don't know.
Because we don't know what we get until we get the funding, and then we have to figure out the budget, so.
Is there any anticipated increase, because I know things shift throughout the year, is there funding left for, more students, sign up for programs?
We will have enough room where we can start an entire new class if we need to, still on the budget, and that still has carved out the money for the utility payments that we're paying. It's a weird way to say it, but paying our old debt off, I guess is the way to say it. I don't know if it's debt or not, but the old accounts still leaves that there to pay that as well.
Have we made any adjustments or thought about what that adjustment might be with the increase in utility costs, or have we looked at that?
I'll have to run it, but I was waiting to close my year out.
Yeah.
30, so then I'll
Yeah.
go back to run it fiscal, like I ran the first one that Paul
Right.
went off of. But yeah,
Right.
it's gonna go up, because our utilities are up considerable.
Yeah, I know my personal utilities is up. I don't know what Greenwood's are.
Yeah.
I don't think you're in the same utility company I am in Marion County. So I didn't know if we were
So-
considering raising it or not here, percentage.
Last time when I ran it, I just ran all the utilities for the year, and we divided it out. And it was over the 5,000, but Paul felt comfortable that they could afford 5,000.
Right, right. Do you know when Paul ran the numbers, what that cushion might be from
With the raises,
right, so if utilities goes up and the cost is that you would have to pay 8,000, is that gonna make it too tight? And he's gonna say, well, no, you can only pay 5? Do you know what that might look like?
I don't yet, no.
Okay,
So I'll say too that I went with the 5 because I sent this out and only got one response back saying they would support the 5, so it's like, I'm going with what I think I support it.
right, no,
Yeah.
yeah.
So at the bottom of this list, the continuing education instructors, what is that?
That's our training courses.
Okay.
And that is where we get a lot of our funding actually, because we can offer those courses. And most of them are, high school instructors here during the day. So they do make more than most of the others, but they're also expertise in their field. They know the labs. It's a much better partnership if I have them staying and working for me at night than someone
I just see it like, you know, you 27 to 28, and you got 45, you know, the difference in the hourly rate. But what is
Well,
that
I
based
thought
on?
maybe you were trying to get off of retirement. Looking for a
Oh,
job, Ed.
no, not really. Not
Speak-
yet, anyway.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
yet.
Like,
Yeah.
on the subject of retirement though, is there any match program or anything like that for benefits that would also increase with if these salaries were to increase?
For the full-time employees, yes.
Okay, so there's some carry on beyond what's actually on the page here, right?
And Paul has figured out all that as well.
Okay.
I don't know if the rate, I can only really speak for myself on what the other rate is.
What was the pay increase the last pay increase percentage-wise? What was it? Randy, you know?
I believe it was, I think,
2.5?
I'm gonna say a 2.5. A couple times before that, we did like 5%, but that's been a while, probably before COVID. Here.
And then the stipends, because we just gave them stipends not
Not
that
last year,
long
but the year
ago.
Didn't
before
last
we
year.
did.
Yeah. And we had a conversation when we did that about having some kind of evaluation or did you start that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good job.
Everybody was
All right,
evaluated.
thank you.
Okay.
I think if you could remember too that our funding is based on our performance and how well we do. And when we need good staff in order to perform well, and I feel like we're finally at a place where we don't have a lot of new instructors and a new staff, so we know what we're doing. And I think it bids well that we achieved the program of excellence this year that we've been trying to get for a couple of years, so I feel like we're deserving. They're deserving.
Yeah, and I just want to clarify, I don't think that anybody isn't deserving. I mean, if I could give raises to everybody in this building, I would do that. I think everybody's deserving. I just don't want to set, for me, and I'm not even saying that I wouldn't support it, right? I mean, I will go with the will of this group. I just want to make sure that it's fair and equitable across, and I don't want to set up something where the people in this building during the day are feeling like they're not appreciated either. I just want to be thoughtful in the discussion.
I think you're comparing apples and oranges though,
Yeah.
because their funding's different than how the other side of the house or the day instructors are funded. So I don't know that we can make a apples to apples comparison in that regard, because of the funding sources are different.
And considering there hasn't been a raise for
Right.
2 years.
Oh, yeah, and I mean, if it's not it's not inconsistent, 2.5%, I mean, yeah, and I get her point and yours as well, I mean, yeah.
And we're still able to put aside the same kind of commitment on utilities, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, even after this, okay.
Is there any stuff that is not getting raised?
Like me.
Okay.
I did ask for an increase in the tax deferred annuity, but other than that.
Any other questions for Michelle? All right, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Hang on, I don't think
Oh,
we made a,
sorry.
I've been waiting
You're
on you to ask
right.
for a
Well, I was
motion.
gonna-
All right, almost every meeting. All right, do I have a motion to approve the raises?
I'll make the motion to approve the adult education
Just
request
trying to
for
get on.
approval of pay increase 2026-27.
All right, do I have got a second? All right, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All
Oh, I
right,
missed
motion
something.
passes.
I had it all ready.
I'm like,
Yeah.
geez,
Our
I've been
board,
waiting on
we,
that for a
our
motion.
board, we do the discussion after the motion, so this always
Yes,
throws
yes,
me.
yeah. That we do it.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that, and they will appreciate that. So here's our monthly board chart. It looks a little different. I don't believe we've done August quite, let's see, I don't know how to do that. We haven't had people in, well, last year for sure we didn't, because we didn't even have classes yet at this point in time. So when you look back, the last time that we had done a board chart was back in July of 2022 for this time of the year. Which also kudos to our staff that they have everybody in. I mean, we're on our 4th week, so we have people in, we have people actually enrolled. We have 134 enrolled total. ELL, we already have 29 ELL, English language learners enrolled. Last year, I think we only ended with 70 some, so that's better for us. And then our high school equivalency, we're at 105. Which this tells me that a lot of our students who ended the year have come right back to us, which is a good thing. Hopefully they're on their journey to accomplishing their goals and getting their high school equivalency and or training. So, I like this chart. It looks a little wonky to you guys maybe, but I think it looks good. Here's our success story with Tim. Hopefully you had a chance to read that. If not,
It's
a
good
story. I
like
that
yeah, it's another good story. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So Department of Workforce Development, so next month you'll see, I can add this if you want. They've asked us to do a success story as well as an employer partnership with success story. So we're gonna start doing those as well. I'm happy to share those, one a month with you on that if you'd like.
Yeah, I think that'd be great.
Okay.
I love that.
And then, last but not least, this is our letter that tells us we achieved the program of excellence, so super excited. They didn't really have these ready yet, but I asked if I could have it for the board meeting tonight. Because I'm gonna try to get raises, so
Good call.
I thought this would
Yeah.
be good. So here's the letter. I think it'll be good.
Congratulations to
Yeah.
all of them and you, yeah.
We'll actually get an award at our annual conference, so,
Nice.
yeah.
They've had snacks and goodies down in their office, so I've been going down every day.
He usually doesn't visit, but he's visiting this week. I'm just kidding.
Good. Congratulations.
Full snack supply helps.
Yes.
Same thing.
All right. Board member comments.
I would just like to kudos to all the staff here for a good start to the school year and getting a lot of these kids placed where they didn't have anywhere to go with the diesel program. So we appreciate all your hard work and good luck this year. Hey, and I was gonna ask, how's the cell phone?
It's really going well.
No issues.
Surprisingly,
Yeah.
because, you just don't know what to expect. And had a couple of kids, Joe Prada last month,
Yeah.
I was like, the way he presented, I wasn't sure what he was trying to say, but he's like, well, I don't expect it to be that bad. Well, he was right.
Yeah.
It's not been bad, but part of it is because it's just across the whole state. The kids are honoring it, they're respecting the rule, and the only thing I've really noticed is when they go to break in the commons, it's louder in there because they're talking.
Yes.
So,
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
yeah,
That's awesome.
I think we had to confiscate 9 phones,
it's,
so
Huh.
out of 1,600 kids, that's a.
we've had a few programs that used the phones as tools, so we're spending some money to try and have class sets of things that the phones would, like in digital design, they use their phones for drawing and so forth, or their iPads, and so we have some drawing tablets that they can use to connect to their Macintosh computers, and then also they use their phones for taking photos, but we need to get a few more cameras so they can use the cameras and take photos. So, there's some other things like that that you just don't know until you're in it. Yeah.
Well, congratulations on that. 'Cause
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be a nightmare. When he said it, I thought, well, you don't have a young person in your house.
I
Good for you.
think it went well at our school. So far, I mean, you're always gonna have a few, but, you know, try to test you, and see if they can get away with it. But,
All right, anything else? If not, I'll take a motion to adjourn.
So move.